Hey everybody, welcome to Moment of Clarity. Considering it's 9/11, I thought I'd talk about some of the awful consequences of 9/11 that we're still living with. To this day, have not been corrected because that's not really what our government's good at. They're not good at correcting mistakes, but in fact, it's not a mistake, right? Generally, what we view as mistakes are actually awful shit they intended to do. Anyway, I have an incredible video clip to show you in a minute here. I'll get to that in a second. But let's talk about the Patriot Act for a minute, because I think that it's been so many years since it was passed that a lot of people don't realize anymore what it is, what it did, what its purpose was. Hello to people as you're beginning to arrive. I want to talk for a minute about the Patriot Act. As I said a second ago, I have an incredible video clip to show you in a minute. Let's see. I'm going to try the share screen this time. And I know anytime someone does this, they sound like they're fucking 95 years old, because you're like, let me see. Can you see it now? What can you see? It just so happened, what can you say? A lot of that time, and by the way, let me know if the video still looks good, because on this dashboard, it seems like something's going wrong. But did you say, someone said there's no sound? Is there really no sound? Anyway, let me know. Let me know if the, oh shit. So during the share, I was muted. Can you hear me now? You can hear me. Okay, so apparently when I show the screen share, you can't hear it, which is a real problem. Maybe I'll try it this way. Testing, testing. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Still no audio. God damn it. Motherfucker. Oh, wait. Now we have sound and no video. The sound's back. Is the video gone? Okay. You can hear me now, but I can't tell if you can see me because my video. Oh, you guys can see me? Oh, okay. Well, good. Both is going now. All right. The video is up. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Unplay a video of Joe Biden here. I feel like that might be a bad idea. But anyway, I'll I'll go ahead and read this quote from ACLU. It's every video and sound now, so I will read this quote from ACLU.org. Just 6 weeks after September 11th attacks, a panicked Congress passed the USA Patriot Act, an overnight revision of the nation's surveillance laws that vastly expanded the government's authority to spy on its own citizens while simultaneously reducing checks and balances on those powers like judicial oversight, public accountability, and the ability to challenge government searches in court. Most of the changes to the surveillance law made by the Patriot Act were part of a long-standing law enforcement wish list that had been previously rejected by Congress, in some cases repeatedly. Congress reversed course because it was bullied into it by the Bush administration in the frightening weeks after September 11th. Now, ACLU is saying it was bullied into it by the Bush administration, which in a way it was. However, do you know who helped write the Patriot Act back when it was rejected in earlier years, back in the 90s? And the Patriot Act, which allowed the surveillance of all of our citizens and allowed warrantless, wiretapping and searches and seizures and arrests and completely unconstitutional attack on American citizens. Who helped write it? None other than Joe Biden. I'm going to try this. I know this is a terrible idea, but I'm going to try and play this clip. And I imagine both the sound and video will cut off again. But let me know in the comments section whether you're hearing this video or just seeing it. I'm going to try and share the screen with you. And by the way, since I'm sharing the screen, you'll see my other tabs, which means you'll see the tentacle that I still have open and I don't realize it in the other tab. And I'm very worried you'll see my tentacle porn. Why does that even exist? Who's into that? What was the dick not enough? You needed to involve the octopus in this. What did they ever do to you? Why did octopus have to get involved in porn? I don't understand. Maybe someone in Japan can let me know why that's a thing. Anyway, speaking of tentacle porn, let's see if we can play this clip from Joe Biden as everything crashes. All my systems crash. Yeah, well, I'll give it a go anyway. Let's see. Step 1 is done. And here in step 2, we'll see everything crash. All right. Well, won't even let me click play. So I guess that solves that question. All right. It won't even let me click play. So anyway, it is a clip of Joe Biden saying to Congress, like bragging to Congress, that he wrote the Patriot Act. He's bragging, he's saying to Congress in a kind of fuck you kind of way. This is Joe Biden in front of Congress, in front of the Senate, saying that he wrote the Patriot Act and the Republicans shot it down in the 90s. He's proud of that. Joe Biden is proud of the fact that he tried to allow unlimited search and seizure of American citizens. And yeah, go ahead and let me know if the video and audio is still working. Because if it's not working now, I'll go ahead and give up and stop this madness. But if you've got good video and audio for the moment, I'll talk for a few more minutes. I like how John says, "I have faith in you. You'll figure it out," as if this is my fault. As Restream sucks ass. But you're right. I will find a new program soon. Video and audio is good now. Okay. Well, then I'll keep going for a few more minutes. Joe Biden, anyway, helped write the Patriot Act. He proudly did this. This is something that allows for unlimited search and seizure of American citizens, unlimited holding of people without a just cause, without a reason, without charges, completely unconstitutional in all regards. And even many Republicans and conservatives over the years have talked about how they're opposed to this. This is not just the left that has been against this. Here's a quote from Larry Pratt, Executive Director of Gun Owners of America. He said, "The Fourth Amendment is a nuisance to the administration." I assume he said this in 2004, so he's talking about the Bush administration. The Fourth Amendment is a nuisance to the administration, but the amendment protects citizens and legal immigrants from the government's monitoring them whenever it wants without good cause. And if that happens, it's the end of personal liberty. I don't care if there were no examples so far. We can't say we'll let government have these unconstitutional powers in the Patriot Act because they will never use them. Besides, who knows how many times the government has used them? They're secret searches. Yeah, exactly. And that's coming from a goddamn Republican or libertarian, a far right wing. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm okay with unlimited search and seizure, unlimited spying on American citizens because I currently like this president, or because I don't think they're going to use it. They will use every power that they can. They will use every power that is given to them, and at no point do they give powers back. Once the government gets a hold of a certain power, such as surveilling all American citizens, they don't give it back. They don't say, oh, we're sorry. Oh, oops, we don't want this power anymore. The American government never backs down from powers they have the ability to use. And as you know, as many of these people were complaining back in early 2000s, and then we saw from Edward Snowden, it all came true, right? Unlimited surveillance of American citizens. And it should be a crime. These people should be arrested for this. This is the definition of everything that goes against the Constitution. And the Constitution has a lot of fucking problems. But one of the things it's pretty clear on is that you have a right to privacy, is that you have a right to your freedom. And if you're being endlessly surveilled, it is not free. This is not a free country. In fact, it's one of the largest surveillance states on the planet, one of the largest prison states on the planet. So the idea that you're somehow free right now is utterly hilarious. And of course, it's a lot easier to use these things and abuse these rights against, it's done first against Muslims, against immigrants, against people that are not the connect to the oligarchy. It's being done right now against journalists, right? Journalists are being targeted at protests. They're being targeted, such as Julian Assange, who's not even a fucking American citizen, and they're going after him. It just goes on and on, the level of abuse that is being done by this government, which means Donald Trump, Joe Biden, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, the Clintons, all of them. This is not one side or the other side. So anyway, I'm sorry I didn't get to show you the video I wanted to show you, but this is an incredibly important point that people should be furious about. And there's a tendency, humans are very good at habituating to things, getting used to things. Habituation is a bitch. That's going to be my new slogan. We're very good at getting used to things, getting accustomed to things. And at first, we act like it's a problem. You know, people raised a bit of a stink about this unlimited surveillance. And then the protest fades away, and then people act like this is normal. How often do you even see your mainstream media or your politicians mention surveillance? It's not even talked about anymore. They've just moved past one of the most egregious violations of the Constitution that the country's ever seen. Yes, the Constitution was written for white landowning males, but I'm talking, this one even violates them. This one even violates us poor white landowning males. I don't own land, but I'll take it. And so it's something that people should keep being furious about, should keep bringing up, keep talking about. I think it's important, obviously, to talk about it on 9/11, which was used just as a shock doctrine. Yes, all the jocks, all the athletes involved in the shock doctrine. As the shock doctrine says, you wait for a large event, any kind of horror show, and in this case, with 9/11, clearly they knew it was about to happen. As the 28 pages details that someone has been mentioning, the 28 pages that was finally revealed, how much we knew about Saudi Arabia, how they were funding it, and so much more. We obviously flew the bin Ladens out of the country immediately afterwards. I think most people know that. These things are not secrets. These things are now open knowledge, and they wait for an event, a large event that allows people or creates in people a fear that the boogeyman's going to get them, and therefore they want daddy and mommy to take care of them. And so daddy and mommy then use that moment to go, here are all the fucking shit that we wanted to push on you to begin with, that we've wanted to push on you for years. Here it is. And they just thrust it on you, and people agree to it. People fucking fall over for it because, oh, good, daddy's passing the Patriot Act. He's going to keep us safe. And they just go for it because of the shock doctrine. And we need to behave differently. We need to learn their games and start responding to that type of shit rather than just falling for it again and again and again and again. Okay, despite the technical issues, I hope you got something out of this. I know I did. I got something off my chest, even if I couldn't play the fucking video. But, all right. Thank you so much for joining me. And actually, if you're enjoying this, in about 20 minutes, I'm doing a live stream with Graham Elwood. We do a podcast called Government Secrets just about every week. And the whole point of the podcast is to talk about stuff like this, secrets that our government is keeping. And you can watch the live stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. And that will be at Graham Elwood's page on YouTube. So it's like youtube.com/Graham Elwood. Just look it up. And he and I will be live for an hour. And that podcast, though, if you can't watch that and you just want to check out the podcast called Government Secrets, it's on almost every podcast platform, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify. Biggly Wits, I think, is one of them. Googly Poos and Jibbity Huts. Yes, we just got on Jibbity Huts recently. It was tough, man. They have like some kind of fucking strict guidelines to get on Jibbity Huts. And the shock doctrine is also another platform we're on it's mainly for athletes, but we've gotten on there, so I'm excited about that. It's called Government Secrets. So anywhere you get your podcasts, I hope you'll check that out. And join me and Graham at 7 p.m. Eastern. Most Fridays, but we mix it up. All right. Please share this. Keep fighting.